So, we will discuss about unit circle and kung paano i-interpret or kunin yung mga values ng ating anim na trigonometric functions. So, before natin i-discuss tong unit circle dito, so we have to discuss first yung anim na trigonometric functions. So, yung dalawang pinaka-basic natin is yung sine at saka yung cosine. So, yung sine, that is our y-coordinate dito sa ating unit circle. And while yung cosine naman, that is our x-coordinate. So, kung meron tayong given a point, like kung dito sa 0 degrees, so yung x-coordinate natin is yung cosine, and then yung y-coordinate natin dito is yung sine. So, basically, kung kukunin natin yung cosine theta, so, or cosine 0. So, kunin natin yung cosine 0. So, that would be equal to 1. While yung sine 0 naman, that would be equal to 0. So, x and y coordinate lang tong dalawang ito. So, second na, yung pangatlo at pang-apat na trigonometric function natin is yung tangent at saka yung cotangent. So, from yung sine and cosine natin, ang ating tangent, that would be equal to sine over cosine. And yung cotangent naman, that would be cosine over sine. So, pwede nating kunin yung values ng ating tangent and cotangent using yung unit circle, and we will have an example mamaya. Kasi alam natin that tangent is equal to sine over sine, and we know that sine and cosine is the x and y and x coordinate. So, pwede natin kunin yung values nila. And yung dalawang huli na trigonometric functions, we have the secant and also the cosecant, where your secant, that is equal to 1 over cosine, and yung cosecant naman, that is 1 over sine theta. So, yung cotangent dito, that is only the reciprocal ng ating tangent. So, this is from the reciprocal identities. So, after nating i-discuss yung anim na trigonometric functions, so ito yung unit circle natin. So, isang revolution is 360 degrees. So, yung unit circle natin, meron tayong apat na quadrant. So, we have first, we have the second quadrant, we also have the third, and then we have the fourth quadrant. So, dito sa first quadrant, yung x-coordinate natin is positive, and yung y-coordinate is also a positive value. While dun sa second quadrant, yung x-coordinate natin is a negative value, while yung y-coordinate natin is a positive value. And yung third, both x and y are negative. So, yung coordinates ng x and y are both negative. While dito sa fourth, yung x-coordinate natin is positive, while yung y-coordinate natin is negative. So, yan yung mga sign values natin. Kasi, in a unit circle, yung talagang kailangan lang natin i-memorize is yung nasa first quadrant. And the rest na is, nag-change lang tayo ng signs natin. So, getting to the first quadrant. So, meron tayo dito from 0 degrees up to 90 degrees tayo sa first quadrant. So, both x and y coordinate are positive dito. So, for the point natin or dun sa angle natin na 0 degrees, so, yung x and y natin or yung point natin dyan would be 1 and 0. So, kung sabihin natin that cosine 0, we know that cosine, kanina diniscuss ko na siya, is an x-coordinate. So, ito yung degree natin or yung angle natin. So, cosine 0, so we know that cosine 0 is equal to 1 kasi ito yung x natin. While yung sine naman, sine 0, so that would be equal to 0 kasi ito yung y coordinate natin. So, same true with yung dun sa 30 degrees, 45, at saka 60, and until sa 90 degrees, and all the angles in our unit circle, ganun din siya. So, ito yung cosine 30 natin, while yung sine 30 is ito, so 1/2. And then, yung sa cosine 45, that is equal to square root of 2 over 2. And yung sine 45 is the same, square root of 2 over 2. So, next, so yung cosine 60, that is 1/2. So, yung sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2. While yung cosine 90 is 0. And yung sine 90 natin is equal to 1. So, in our discussion dun sa face-to-face, na tackle na natin how can we memorize itong first quadrant natin using yung ating 5 fingers. So, just apply that and then kaya mo nang i-memorize itong mga points natin or mga sines and cosines or coordinates ng ating angles from, special angles from 0 to 90 degrees. So, ito lang yung i-memorize ninyo. So, from 0 to 90. So, pag dito naman sa 90 up to 180 degrees, we know that this is the second quadrant and yung x-coordinate niya dito is a negative. So, magmi-mirror lang tayo dito. So, like, itong 60 degrees natin, yung coordinate niya dito, i-copy lang natin dito sa 120 degrees. So yung 60, lagay natin dyan. But, ayaw niya. So, dyan siya. So, from 60, lagay natin dyan sa 120. So, the same sila ng coordinate. But, yung x coordinate natin would be a negative. Same true with our 135 degrees and yung 45 degrees. So, copy lang natin dyan. So sa 60, mapunta sa 120. Yung 45 sa 135 degrees. But, again, change yung ating signs sa ating x-coordinate. While yung 30 naman, reflect natin dyan sa 150 degrees, but yung sign natin sa x-coordinate is a negative. So, same true with our 0. So, yung 0 at saka yung 180, they are the same yung coordinate niya, but yung x-coordinates natin is negative lang siya. So, ganyan lang siya mag-change ng ating signs. So, from second quadrant naman up to the third quadrant. So, i-reflect ulit natin yung mga coordinates niya. So, yung 150 is the same with your 210 degrees. Pero, again, yung x and y coordinates dito sa third quadrant are both negative. Kaya, dapat both negative tong dalawang coordinates natin. Then, after that, yung 135, that reflect natin yan dun sa 225, which is, they are the same yung coordinates, but, again, dito sa third quadrant, they are both negative lang. So, same true, yung 120 degrees natin. So, that would be equal to yung 240 degrees, pero yung lang signs, yung difference nila. So, sa fourth quadrant naman, meron kang dalawang options to reflect. It's either from third quadrant to fourth quadrant or from first quadrant to fourth quadrant. So, kung dun tayo sa first quadrant, so yung 30 degrees natin, reflect natin siya dito sa 330 degrees. Pero again, dito sa fourth quadrant, yung y-coordinate natin is a negative. So, instead na positive square root of 3 over 2 and positive 1 half, gawin natin positive square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1 half dito. So, yung 45 is yung 315 degrees. So, yung signs ulit, yung different nila. And yung 60 degrees is 300 degrees natin. So, dito naman, sa 90 degrees natin dito, is a reflection siya ng ating 270 degrees. Pero, yung y-coordinate niya lang is a negative value. So, 0, negative 1. So, dito sa 90, that is 0, positive 1. So, ganyan lang i-memorize yung unit circle natin. So, how can we apply this one? So, yung unit circle, without using yung calculator natin, we can determine the values of our special angles. So, yung special angles natin na sinasabi are yung 0, 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90, 120, 135, 150, 180, 210, 225, 240, 270, 300, 315, and 330 degrees. Or you can also include yung 360 degrees kasi same lang naman or coterminal lang naman si 0 degrees at saka si 360 degrees. And also, be mindful din na pwede rin natin gamitin yung radian equivalent of these degrees or angles na binanggit ko kanina. And we already know or diniscuss na previous discussion natin noon that how to convert degree to radian or radian to degrees. So, recall nyo lang yun. So, dito, meron tayong examples. So, yung una is basic lang siya. We have sine 30. So, we know that sine is the y-coordinate ng ating unit circle. And we know that sine 30, so, ito siya. Square root of 3 over 2 and 1 half. Yun yung coordinate niya. And since sine lang yung kinukuha, so we will get yung x coordinate. So, sine 30, that is equal to 1 half. So, this is equal to 1 half lang. So, pag given lang yung hinahanap lang is sine and cosine, mas madali siya kasi kung ano na yun nasa unit circle, yun na yun. Pero pag yung other 4 trigonometric functions, meron ka pang kailangan i-simplify to get the value. Like, etong example number 2 natin, we have secant 60. And from our discussion kanina, secant is the reciprocal of our cosine. That is 1 over cosine siya. So, dito, we have 1 over cosine 60. And from, dito sa unit circle natin, yung cosine 60 is equal to 1 half. So, lagay lang natin siya dito. So, we have 1 over 1 half. And then, just simplify. This would be equal to 2. So, we know that secant 60 degrees is equal to 2. So, yan yung value ng secant 60 natin. So, we got the value of secant 60 without using yung calculator. So, we just use yung unit circle natin. So, tangent 30 naman. So, yung tangent, we know that tangent that is equal to sine over cosine, or simply this is equal to sine 30 degrees over cosine 30 degrees. So, punta tayo sa unit circle. We both need yung x and y coordinate ng ating unit circle. So, yung cosine 30 natin, that is equal to square root of 3 over 2, and yung sine 30 natin, that is equal to 1 half. So, substituting that dito. So, yung sine 30 natin, that is equal to 1 half. And then, yung cosine 30 natin, that is equal to the square root of 3 over 2. So, mag-cancel yung 2 and 2. So, we will get 1 over square root of 3, or getting the rationalize of this one or rationalizing it. So, multiply lang natin ng square root of 3, both numerator and denominator. So, 1 times square root of 3, that would be square root of 3. Then, square root of 3 times square root of 3, that would be equals to 3. Or, that would be the answer for tangent 30 degrees natin. So, yan siya. Next. So, cotangent 210 degrees. So, we know that cotangent, that is cosine over sine. So, we have cosine 210 degrees all over sine 210 degrees. So, punta tayo sa unit circle. So, ito yung 210 degrees. And this is the coordinate. We have negative square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. So, getting the cotangent, that would be cosine over yung sine, or that is negative square root of 3 over 2 divided by negative 1/2. So, dito, substitute natin. So, we have negative square root of 3 over 2 and all over negative 1/2. So, they are both negative, kaya magiging positive yan. And again, we can cancel out yung 2, and yung matitira would be square root of 3 lang. So, square root of 3 over 1. So, that would be your cotangent 210 degrees. Okay, next. Ito yung naka-radian yung angle natin. So, we have to get the value of cosecant 11 pi over 6. So, dito sa ating unit circle, 11 pi over 6 is this one, or that is equal to 330 degrees. So, yung coordinates natin is this one is square root of 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. So, yung kinuha natin is cosecant. So, cosecant ng ating 11 pi over 6. And we know that cosecant, that is the reciprocal of sine. So, yung kukunin lang natin is ito. So, we have sine 330 degrees, or that is equal to negative 1/2. So, this is equal to 1 over sine 11 pi over 6, or this is equal to 1 over negative 1/2, or this is equal to negative 2. And this would be the cosecant 11 pi over 6. So, yan yung sagot for that one. So, next example, we have cosine 2 pi over 3. So, 2 pi over 3 is that one. So, that is equal to 120 degrees. And since cosine lang naman yung kinukuha, and that would be the x-coordinate. So, that the answer would be equal to negative 1/2. So, this is negative 1/2. And yan na yung sagot. And last example natin would be yung secant, 240 degrees. And we know that secant, that is 1 over cosine, 240 degrees. And dun sa unit circle natin, yung 240 degrees natin, yung cosine niya would be negative 1/2. So, yan lang naman yung kailangan natin. So, we have negative 1/2. So, we have 1 over negative 1/2. So, therefore, yung secant 240 degrees natin would be equals to negative 1, ay negative 2. So, ganyan paano kunin yung mga values ng ating special angles using yung unit circle natin without using the calculator. So, kung meron pa kayong mga questions regarding this one, so you can just approach me na lang in our discussions po sa ating mga klase. So, maraming salamat.